Now a fishing legend in his own mind, Rick Jordan.
Hey, good morning. Welcome to the Frenzy. I am Rick Jordan. Dave Strandberg's over there. And Dave Strandberg was the guy that put that little thing, that singing voice together, right?
Probably not.
Yeah. Did you notice there was a reel, fishing reel unwinding in the background?
I did hear that, yes.
Did you do that?
No.
Huh.
It may have been in the song. I don't know.
Could have been. I just noticed that for the first time.
Okay. You were paying attention for once. How about that?
I know. Attention span deficit.
Ah.
Oh, boy. The weather had been so beautiful, but now we got tied up in some frosty stuff. Russ Francisco joins us from his office there on London Road. Good morning, Russ.
How are you?
Pretty good. Marine General Supply is your store. You're changing over a little bit.
Yeah, but Mother Nature's not cooperating, so we just play summer more. It's going to be pretty nice. Away from the lake, it's still going to be hot. So, but around here, nice temperatures.
Yeah, it was hard to believe. My son and I sitting on the lake in T-shirts last weekend. He caught a lot of fish. I caught none.
Haha. Why is that?
Why is that? Hey, why is that, Russ? How does that happen?
You're not paying attention.
Oh, the attention span deficit, yes. Yes, you're probably right. My mom warned me about that a long time.
Well, were you using the same bait?
Absolutely. Same bait.
Wow.
Same within 8 feet of each other. I can't explain it, but, some days I'll catch 36, he'll catch 10. But not last weekend. If only we could do a psychological panel on that and see what causes it. You've talked about that before, haven't you, Russ?
Oh, yeah. You can be in the front of the boat, and the person in the back catches all the fish. You move and change places, and nothing changes. They still catch more fish. I don't know what it is.
I don't either. I don't know. It's magic, voodoo, or whatever. But we are changing over. What's going out the door now as we start to get into chilly weather?
Well, a few people looking at chilly stuff. It gets warmed up, and people were going to put their boats away, then they weren't. And, it's hard to put them away when it's so nice and fishing is so good, So lots of stick baits, though. That was a surprise. So we're back to stick baits and lots of Rapalas and lots of special color salmos and things like that. So that's been good. And people are still buying minnows. Lots of crawlers. Shore fishing is starting, So we're selling a lot of long rods now, and we're starting to see that happen. So we're into fall there. We get a little more water. I thought we were going to get some rain. It doesn't look like it now. So, but if we get some little more water, that would help the creek fishing too. But it's coming along. It's pretty good. I think a lot of people are just now don't know what to do. And they want to go hunting. Leaves are starting to change really good. So I'll probably be down within a week or two, and then it'll be a little easier to go hunting. But right now, just people are just it's too warm, and it's just all you hear everybody talking. They're just lollygagging around the store and grabbing stuff. And some people just said, I'm going to the next spring I'm going to do now and get it out of the way. And so we're selling some depth sounders, radars, autopilots, all kinds of crazy stuff. So for this time of year, so we're ordering stuff in like crazy. A lot of the stuff we have in stock. So it's just an interesting fall. But when it gets to the 70s and 80s, it's not fall yet. So people are still trying to play summer.
Is there some cool stuff? And I'm putting quotes around that. In the pipeline, maybe magazines you've seen from manufacturers that you say, wow, this is going to be big?
I don't know if it's going to be big, but there's some new stuff coming. Humminbird went with bundles this year. They're going to sort of get away from their mounting of stuff, and so you buy your own bundle, mounting gear and things like that. So now we have HD, we have fish armor, Vexilar, clam. We have all kinds of things you can mount depth sounders on. We got all kinds of poles for ice fishing in summer, and so that's where the whole industry is going. The actual manufacturers of depth sounders are getting out of the mounting business and letting people buy other things, and they're just selling the units. So that you're going to see a lot of that going on right now. 9-inch and 10-inch out of Humminbird. They just came in. Garmin's been doing it for a year. They've got 10-inch and 12-inch. Lowrance has pretty much walked away from ice fishing and said, here, buy these nice machines. Here's a deal. Go mount them the way you want to mount them. So we see a lot of that going on. So there's some changes coming. And as people use more and more of the front viewing type stuff, we're going to see more people going back and forth in their boat to ice fishing. So they need this equipment that they can go back and forth. And the electronics manufacturers couldn't keep up with the hardware, so they just gave up. And they're just going to build machines. People buy hardware somewhere else.
Are we an anomaly up here in Minnesota, Wisconsin, southern Canada? Do our anglers want different stuff than, say, New England or Florida?
Well, certainly where they don't have ice, we want different stuff, you know. Yeah, even saltwater fishing is different than freshwater fishing. Lake Erie is different than Lake Superior. So we have different things we want in different volumes. We do a lot more downrigger fishing, deep water fishing. Where in Erie they do a lot more board fishing, right? We use boards here, but they do mostly that there, and we do a lot of downrigger, and they do a little bit of downrigger, you know. So it just depends on where you are, you know. And you can see when Corey just got back from a show, so you can see the difference between dealers in Ohio and far east Michigan compared to the west side of Lake Michigan and us. We just buy things differently.
I would really miss the tick, tick, tick of a bite that I feel on my index finger, you know?
Yeah, I know. But you know something? That's going away everywhere. Finesse fishing that you and I grew up with, that we really enjoy. It's us against the fish individually. Yeah. That's going away. It's crankbaits, front viewing. There's not many people that young people that want to learn how to finesse fish, and you can't argue. They're just as successful the way they fish. So it's just fine. But yeah, it's crazy how that's all changed.
Well. Next week, I think we better talk about how to put your boat to bed, okay?
Yep, good idea. So in the meantime, if you're filling up, put stabilizer and use the stabilizer that coats your engine parts. Do it every time you fill, because with a fall like this, we could have this nice weather for the next 2-3 weeks, and then it can go south in a day. So do that every time you fill. Stabilize your fuel. I know it's a few extra bucks, but it's worth it.
Totally agree. Hours at Marine General.
Open 9 to 6 Monday through Saturday, 9 to 3 on Sunday, marinegeneral.com all the time. If you have any questions, you can use the 800 number, 800-777-8557. We ship every day.
Attaboy. Good job. Thank you very much, and we'll see you next Friday on The Frenzy. How gentle is the rain?
That's it, yeah. A lover's concerto, don't you know? Yeah.
How gentle is the rain that falls off.
Got no rain in the forecast, however. It's supposed to be sunny through Wednesday, at least.
Getting kind of dry out there, to be honest.
That's going to happen.
We when we hit the woods for our hunting trips, Pat Kukl will probably agree. Don't throw your cigarette butts.
Oh my!
Off the deer stand, right, Miss Kukl?
Who does that anymore, though? Really? Are they out there? Yeah.
Did you ever smoke?
Oh, God, no. Mm-mm.
Good girl.
I didn't at all. You know, and I'm not being self-righteous or anything, but I just never did. So therefore, it's hard, you know. I worked in several tavern situations in college, so I got inhaled enough smoke there for the rest of
yeah, you did. Well, I grew up in the 60s, so I have no comment.
Yeah.
Although I married a nurse, and that pretty much precluded anything.
That straightened you up. Well, sort of.
No.
Yeah. So we're just, we're getting into it now, and we've been into it for a while, and people have been buying a lot of shotguns. And as we know, the Benelli family is very, very popular, and part of the Benelli family is Franke. And I'm just giving everybody kind of a heads up. Kind of in the middle of everything, they discontinued a lot of firearms. We've had a lot of customers in here looking for a certain Franke that's no longer made. And for some reason, they've never done this before. They're not going to introduce the new ones until January 2026. So if you're looking, yeah, I know, they've never done this before. We're all scratching our heads. So if you're looking for an affinity, for sure, and call us, and we'll do our best to find what we can do to help you. Sometimes we can find other dealers, because I know how it is when you have your heart set on something. So I just a little heads up to people who would say, well, some of these we can't order because they don't exist. So that was just kind of a little friendly. They're very popular. They're not as pricey as the Benellis, but they make compacts and left hands. They make a very nice series. And this is only the semi-autos that I'm addressing. So just so folks know, and we'll do our best to help you, like we usually do.
Yes. I don't know what my wife would say if I said, "Dear, I have my heart set on a Frankie."
Why? It's some people aren't familiar with them.
Exactly.
Yeah, and they've been around forever, and I'll be real honest about it. They weren't. I've been here a while, and they weren't always my favorite. And then when they got going on the whole Benelli thing, I'm very impressed with their over and unders. Really impressed with them, and the Affinity 3. So, it wasn't much. They're good, and apparently they're going to try and make them better. So just a little heads up. We are experiencing some weird shortages. We've been kind of sliding around here pretty good. Mm-hmm. So some of the things it's not as bad as COVID, but some of the accessories are. So we do the best to find an alternative if we can do it. The ammunition has been good. I can't complain about that.
Good.
So we're not scratching all over for that. The trap shooting is very strong right now. Switching gears here, the youth. There's a lot of fall high school shooting, and which they didn't have before. And the weather's been cooperating, so it's been good.
I'm wondering, fall has been football season, or whatever the equivalent might be for girls in high school. Are you allowed to be a varsity athlete in shooting and, say, football or baseball? I wonder.
I don't know why not. If you have the time, these kids right now. They're booked solid.
Yeah, I know.
Of them are. Isn't that something? But and some people, and I'm certainly one of them. I never liked sports at all, and still don't. Mm-hmm. And but the shooting was one thing, that, and we find that a lot too. It's good to have that broad interest for everybody. That's one of the things I really, really like about the introduction of trap shooting, because there's people out there, and I know it's a sin, but they don't care to play football or baseball or something like that. So it's good. It's good and well-rounded. And as we know, the industry has jumped on those certain firearms for kids. Yeah. So, it's been good. We've been selling a lot of compact rifles, too, for deer hunting season. We have a little section. That's another
wait a minute.
thing.
Wait a minute. You hit me there. Compact rifle?
Well, they call it youth, or they call it ladies.
Okay.
Yeah, but and we call them because really there's some adults that are kind of short statured too.
Oh yeah, what's wrong with that?
I won't name names. I know.
I used to be taller.
Yeah, well, y'all used to be taller, didn't we? You remember those? We used to be a lot of things.
And I used to be able to scramble up to the the perch up there, about 5 limbs up. But nowadays, let's just walk the trail.
Heck, I like to remember what I had for breakfast, too, but, those days are gone.
Oh, you're good. You are really good.
I've got some our safe inventory is good, but in about 3 weeks it's going to get better. It's funny how this goes. For a while, some people will buy 40 to 50 gun safes, and then they'll switch back to 10 to 15 gun safes. So I ran out of the big ones, kind of. Got a few left, so in about 3 weeks I'll have some more to restock on those, and that's good. That's very good. They've been the safe business for some reason is like that. They'll have a surge, and then in December we'll have a surge, and that's retail. There's going for it some days.
Well, I was doing a little cleaning out of my garage / storage area / man room, and I didn't realize how big and heavy my gun safe was, because when I got it, I could wheel it around myself. Now I can't.
Yes. Yeah.
It got heavy.
And sitting there, they do get heavier. They absorb something. I'm not sure what. But the trend definitely has been towards lighter firearms, not just for the young ones and the old ones, but the middle ones too. A half a pound is a huge difference when you carry a firearm around all day in the field. It really, really is. So that has been a definite trend, and there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. I wanted to interject, but we got off on another, back to the youth deer hunt in Wisconsin. That is October 11th and 12th.
Okay. In
case somebody needs to know that.
Oh, yes.
Sure.
Good. And, of course, the various websites, Minnesota, Wisconsin, Michigan, sites, DNR, would have that information.
They sure will. You bet. They follow pretty. Michigan kind of wanders off by itself sometimes.
Always
They're hard
has,
to keep in line.
Yes.
Yeah.
I used to live in Michigan, and I can guarantee that. They wander.
Yeah, they do. But otherwise, they're pretty close.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So I hope. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead. It's your.
Oh, we're open Monday through Friday, 9 to 6. We're open Saturday, 9 to 5. If you need your gun cleaned, be prepared to wait a little bit. We're kind of backed up there, but we'll try and work it in the best we can. And we're here to help you.
Now you got me. I enjoy cleaning my guns.
Yeah.
I suppose some people think it's a pain in the beeswax, right?
I think it's a time issue.
Yeah,
I really do.
okay,
Yeah, I really do. We see this more and more. God, I wish I could do this, but I'm working all the time. The piece. So that's usually what it boils down to.
Yeah, but you've got it on a bench, and your fingers are all greasy, and you're thinking back to 5 years ago.
Yeah. No, I think everybody agrees with that, unless it's got a lot of pieces and you take it apart and can't remember how to put it back together.
Oh, you've seen me, haven't you?
I've seen that, yeah.
Okay. Your hours at Superior Shooter Supply?
Monday through Friday, 9 to 6, Saturday, 9 to 5.
You should do stand-up comic.
I'll try that. That'll be my next career.
Okay. Pat, thank you very much. A lot of fun. All right, we're going to get a hold of Johnny Charlstrom in just a minute, 9:33.
On the Frenzy with Rick Jordan. Oh, by the way, next Friday we will be broadcasting from a station in Hibbing as well. Will be 6:10 a.m. here in Duluth, 6:50 a.m. up in Hibbing.
Do we have to drive up there to do that?
No, and we got the 103.9 FM, and of course you can get us worldwide on the web. But there you go. So the programming, all of our programming will be simulcast now on the Hibbing station, which will now be called KDAH in Hibbing.
Do we get a raise?
You know better than that. But for all the listeners, there you go.
That's cool.
We'll be expanding up to the Canadian border and beyond.
So if you're going hunting and fishing up north,
well, there you go.
Take us with you. Say that again. What frequency will that be?
6:50.
6:50
a.m. Let's see. It's now WNMT in Hibbing, but
yeah, I remember that.
We'll be changing the call letters and simulcasting everything we do here on KDAL.
Everything. Good.
Including the Friday Fishing Frenzy.
Johnny, we're raising your price.
All right.
You're going up to Hibbing with us.
All right, let's go.
Yeah. Well, I mentioned this to Russ a little bit ago. I can't understand what goes on. One Saturday and Sunday weekend, I can catch 50 fish. Seriously. And the next one, I got 1 fish.
So slow down a little bit for you.
For me, not for him.
Yeah.
He was sitting up front catching everything.
Well, what was the trick?
I don't know. If I did, I would have fixed it. One thing I did catch. No, 2 things that I caught. You know the death rigs, slow death rigs?
Yep.
Very popular, right?
Yep.
I caught 2 of them.
All right.
I'm dragging my worm and minnow on a sinker, and got a hit. Had to pull a bit because it was a very big rock that I pulled up with the death rig. 10 minutes later, I got another one. Same rock pile.
Well, all right. What color?
Red. Both of them.
That's a good color.
Yeah. Well, I got a hunch that the fellow that was using it thought he had a giant fish.
Yeah.
But
all
But it was granite. So how has fishing been with our beautiful weather?
Well, I had been hearing fishing's been really decent, but
then I came on the air, right?
Yeah, he said it slowed down. And the other thing I heard was water temps are warming back up. Usually we go in the fall and they keep on dropping and keep on dropping and keep on dropping until we're standing on ice. And it sounds like from guys that were out, they said the water was cooler on Labor Day weekend than it is right now. So this last little heat wave has really got that surface water kind of cooking again. So maybe we're going to have to drop down a few more feet again. I don't know, but anyway, we got some midsummer temperatures rolling again.
Yeah, I'm going to take a somewhat educated stab at the temperature right now. Say Island Lake, probably 63 to 67.
Yeah, they might start water skiing again if this keeps up. Yeah.
Oh, please don't. Especially out by that reef out there. Please don't.
No, that's, yeah.
Yeah.
And this weekend we have a duck opener tomorrow. That's going to be a really odd duck opener when people are out there in the Bermuda shorts and the shotgun. It's going to be
camouflage Bermuda shorts.
Camouflage. Yeah, I can remember some days where we've frozen our tuchus and other days where, yes, we were in shorts.
Yeah, you're supposed to be bundled up for duck opener with a thermos of hot cocoa, but, I don't know. You just got to swing with what weatherman brings us.
Yeah. My crazy buddy Steve Young, who's up on Lake Vermilion, says you got to suffer to catch walleyes. So if that's the case, we're not going to catch walleyes this weekend.
Yeah, it sounds like you better go bass fishing then, because, it's going to be a little bit warm.
A little warm. So adjust. Seriously, though, you have to adjust those things. As Johnny said, maybe go a little deeper area to fish.
Yeah, maybe if you had been getting them in 8-10 feet, maybe go back to about 15. I don't know.
Yeah. And, of course, you do cleaning of deer and bear. The bear slowed down, I'm sure.
Yeah. We haven't seen any bear this last week, but we've seen about a dozen deer.
Oh.
So the deer are getting active, and this morning I had an old high school friend come pulling in with a roadkill that was run over in front of his house in Hermantown. So yeah, so the deer are moving, even though it's awfully warm out right now.
We got a minute here, or maybe more. That roadkill, do we have to contact the DNR to say, I got one?
Oh, you sure do, yeah. And if you're going to put a deer in your freezer, you're either going to want a possession tag from registering it as a hunter kill, or you want a possession tag given to you by law enforcement. And then what my friend did was called 911 because there was no DNR offices open, and said this is a non-emergency, and he has a deer that was run over off of his driveway, and they said, we'll be in touch with you and we'll get you a permit. And so they kind of gave them the okay to get the deer processed, and the city of Hermantown is probably the police department there is going to issue them a permit.
Okay. So you don't have to get a hold of Andy or Kip just for that.
No, but I mean you could. I mean they do that too, but so does every police department we have around here and sheriff's department. There's you can get a possession tag many different ways.
Is it different processing a roadkill deer than a?
It all depends.
I suppose.
Like this one was, it was really run over, and we salvaged a couple of the parts that weren't crushed crushed, but some of the roadkill can be beautiful, and some of them are not so beautiful.
Yeah, probably the feet.
Yeah, the ears were still in good shape, but that's about it.
Well, I have to say, I have seen an awful lot of deer in the last couple of weeks moving around.
Yeah, they're starting to move. It's fall, and the does with their young. The young are now independent and moving around, and so everything is kind of a slow ramp up. Yeah,
no offense to the young of the year, but they're pretty stupid right now.
Oh yeah, they're out there dancing in the street too. You gotta have a care with all them little critters out there.
Yeah. Archery season. How are we doing on that?
Archery season's been good. I think we've probably had a dozen dropped off in the processing shop so far, and that's the deer and bear. We're at like 27. There's still, I think, 2 more weeks of bear left, but I don't think we're going to see more than 1 or 2 more of those guys.
Okay.
And tomorrow is Fond du Lac's moose opener, so I got to imagine we'll be getting a few of them in over the weekend, too.
Wow.
So we're going to be pretty busy, because anyone that takes an animal in this heat is going to be scrambling. They're going to be running them in and getting them out of their skins and in the cooler as fast as you can get them.
So you just throw them over your shoulder and bring them into the shed?
That's pretty much just like that.
Yeah, okay. What are your hours?
Bait shop opens up every morning at 6. Archery opens at 9. We close them together at 8. And Sundays we go an hour earlier at 7.
Good. Well, keep a tight line, Johnny. Thank you. You got it. All you've got is right now minnows, right? You have crawlers?
We have minnows and crawlers, and we just got a fresh load in off the bait truck yesterday, and bait's looking better now than it did a month ago.
Good.
Chubs got bigger. Chubs are a lot healthier and a lot less floaters in the tank in the morning. So yeah, the bait's getting nice fall-looking bait there.
Okay. All right. Get back to work. We'll see you later. All right, back on the frenzy. Dave Miller, Northwest Outlet, top of the day to you.
Oh, good morning, Rick. Good morning, Dave, and good morning, everybody. And golly, what a gorgeous day. And it was even gorgeous before it was day.
Huh? Okay.
Mary had to go rowing, and we had other stuff we had to do, so she was out before it was light out.
Wow, tough girl. Tough girl.
Yeah. But it was, golly, the sun coming. We were out in Iron River, and the sun coming up, and the little bit of steam on the lake, and it's like just driving into town. This is a day to be outside, just enjoying whatever you got to do outside.
You are not a deer hunter, correcto?
I am not. No. I got over that a long time ago.
Yeah. You've always had to work on deer season, I'm sure.
Well, yeah, the old saying goes, whenever you make your hobby your business, you won't have time to play anymore, and that is very, very true, at least for me.
Yep.
Other people are good at making that time, but I don't mind it,
Well, yeah. Well, what's new for, say, fall, winter clothing at Northwest Outlet?
Oh, gosh. Well, I think almost everything is out now. There's a few things coming in, but it's, like all of the winter boots coming in. And for us, it's I've said it before, but it's always the little kids first, and then kind of the ladies, and then the guys, except the guys that are working outside and stuff. But whether it's Carhartt, North Face, Columbia, all of the winter boot brands, the Smart Wool socks, the Darn Tough socks, all of that winter stuff is in now, and then it's like for the hunters that are going out, whether it's a compass, the waterproof matches, the safety stuff, we got all of that in the camping department. There's people that are going up to the Boundary Waters right now, and what a beautiful time to be up there. So we're getting them outfitted. So there's just so much going on at the store, the Carhartt, the Ariat. We're set up for winter for keeping people warm. I'm not a big hard seller, but this year it's going to be I got a feeling we're going to run out of stuff because manufacturers aren't shipping everything they ordered. So I'm urging people that if there's something that you want or really need for the winter, it's a good time to come in and get it right now because all the sizes and colors are here. Hours
at Northwest Outlet?
We are open Monday through Friday, 9 until 6, Saturday, 9 to 5:30. We're closed on Sunday. Folks, the ticks are still out. You want to wear a little orange if you're out in the woods. It's a great time to get out and enjoy life and have a great weekend, everybody. Thank you.
Good job. Thank you. Dave Miller, we'll be right back with more. Zam Plant. I remember when that kid was this tall.
Okay. That's not very tall.
I know, but boy, could he skate at that size. He still is something special. We're very happy to have him around here. Happy to have
Matt King.
Matt King.
Yep.
Good morning, Matt.
Good morning. How are we doing today?
I'm a bit confused. I almost called you Dave Miller.
Yeah? Did you talk to Dave earlier?
Yeah, and I almost called him Matt King. This season, I'm very excited right now. I just love this time of year when we can switch from fishing, hunting, back to fishing and hunting all in the same day.
Yeah, and it's we need an extra month of fall.
Yeah,
because there's just too much things to do. Like you say, fishing gets really good this time of the year. You got hunting starting, in all kinds of hunting, right? So this weekend's opener waterfall. We had Upland open up a couple weeks ago, and you got big game archery open, and I mean it's just there's so many things going on, and the fishing's been good, and lots of different things.
Did you get a chance to do any pheasant hunting?
I try to. Late season, I try to do a little hunting, but we'll see if that depends or not, because North Dakota changed their laws a little bit. If people don't know about that, if you're out there waterfall hunting, they switched their state into 6 zones, and you can only hunt. You get 2 7-day periods, but you can't hunt the same zone twice.
Oh.
So it's kind of a change, and normally on my second trip out there waterfall hunting, I do pheasant hunting, and now I got to find waterfall to hunt in a different zone. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do there yet. It's kind of a different deal, but in case some people didn't know about that, that's a new rule this year.
I could get snarky and say, how would they know if you hunted it twice?
Well, it says on your license what zone. You got to pick your zone. And so if you got stopped by the conservation officer in the wrong zone on your wrong dates, you'd be in a lot of trouble.
Oh, then you get a free ride to the county.
Yeah, or a nice big healthy negative amount coming out of your checkbook.
Yeah.
Not worth it.
I've never been fined doing that, and I'm sure you haven't either.
I have not. No,
okay. Let's keep it that way.
Yeah.
Well,
we're getting good people coming in fishing too. We got we're actually been able to get some sucker minnows again now for the last couple weeks here, so that's been good. So we got good bait in stock, and still got crawlers. So crawlers and minnows, and we're ready for that. And then we got some. We're set up too, like we said, for hunting season with vests and ammo and firearms and all that stuff.
Are you going up to Itasca County at all this fall?
We switched this year. We grew up hunting around Bemidji area north of there, and we're gonna switch up this year, and we're gonna head up that way instead and try it. We haven't been up there for about 5 years. So, but I'm sure at some point I will be in that Itasca area again too. We'll see how things go, but we're just trying to go back up where we grew up hunting and just see what it's like again. Haven't been up there for a while, so.
We used to, and all of us have got to that age where, boy, that's a lot of work all of a sudden, hiking the trails and stuff. But there's some beautiful trails in Itasca County.
There is, like you say, and there's a lot of them too. That if you're a person that doesn't ride ATVs and stuff.
Yeah.
They got a lot of them that you can't ride ATVs on. So when you start walking down there, you don't have to worry about, has the ATV already been down here? Or I'm going to get halfway through and one comes by. Well, they have a lot of trails that you can't ride ATVs on. So if you're a person that likes to get out there and you got your dog or whatever, and look for those trails.
I was walking a trail with my old dog, Saginaw. I have a new dog called Saginaw, Sag, and he led me astray about 15 years ago. And I actually had to call the Itasca County Sheriff for help.
Well, it's a good thing you were able to call.
Yeah.
That's one nice thing about cell phones these days, right? We never had that years ago, but so you can always try and find your way back, get some help or whatever it may be, so people can locate where you're at. And there's a lot of things these days that help us on that, but it's fun to get out in the woods and walk and enjoy what your dog likes to run, and it's a chance for these dogs to get and run free too, right?
Yeah.
So they have fun doing it. So
yeah, he sure did. I don't think we got any birds that day. We spent most of the time trying to find a way back. But when the sheriff said, "I'm going to turn on my siren," turns out he was just about 2 blocks from me.
Perfect.
Yeah, it was perfect. Walked to him, and he gave me a chewing out, and off we went. What's hot right now as we get into the end of fishing season?
So people are switching more back over to minnows. We go to that minnows early, then we get into crawlers, leeches, and then it kind of switches back over, and we're getting back over to minnows now. A lot of people are like trolling for them, and they find them, and then they're getting on them and jigging. The fish are coming up in the water, calm a little bit as they cool down. But minnows has definitely turned back over to where we're selling a lot more minnows now.
Wow.
And I would say the chub and the light pike are the most coveted out of that, and they're really that's what most people are going for. Now we do have some guys, looking for some big minnows for musky and northern type fishing. The chub and the and light pike have been the number one favorites.
Final question then, on that vein, more live bait for muskies or lures?
I would say more lures. But there's some guys that want some of that live bait, but I would say more lures. Throwing them big cowbell spinners and different types of It's crazy when you look at some of the musky lures, how big they are and what they are. But muskie eat big things, and a lot of them are made to look like a duck or a loon or things like that. So and that's what those fish eat. A lot of things like that. So that's been pretty good, I would say, on that end of things. It's been more lures, but walleyes and crappies and stuff, more minnows.
Stop in Fisherman's Corner, talk to a guy who's been there, and that's so important, the information you put out.
Absolutely. We'll get you set up. We got great deals going on. Check us out, and we'll get you set up.
Matt King, thank you very much. Always great to talk with you.
Thank you. Have a good weekend.
See you later. Ooh, man, I'm so excited. I'm thinking, I don't know if I want to go fishing. Maybe I'll go hunting. And then I talk to these guys from Russ to all the way through.
No matter what you want to do, it's a good weekend to do it, I guess.
It is. This weather is so beautiful. Get out there.
Mid-60s today, upper 60s tomorrow, 70s again on Sunday and Monday.
Let's go kick a few pine cones around.
There you go.
Thanks, Dave.
It's news next and a Best of Bruce Siskey show here on KDAL.